Hello, I'm Jay Jackson. Welcome to WineNewsDebar.com. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing on YouTube. We begin in Inglewood, California, where a black wine power player came to town to pour wine and words of wisdom.
What would you like to taste today?
Teaching, tasting, and just talking about wine are true passions for Phil Long. So what better way to do all three than to hold a Meet the Winemaker event at 1010 Wine and Events in Inglewood, California, where his longevity wine brands was the toast of the town.
Back in my old stomping grounds, happy to be here, pouring a little wine, meeting some people, and we're having a great time.
With his wine selling in thousands of stores and venues across the country and appearing in more than 50 TV shows and movies, Long heads one of the world's biggest black-owned wine brands and most respected. He also heads the influential Association of African American Vintners, a body of more than 30 black winemakers who advocate for diversity in the wine industry. On this night, Long brought a diverse selection of wines that are also popular at 1010.
You got to be in the field. If you're selling wine, you can't do it from the couch. So you got to get out. You got to meet the people. You got to talk about the wine and let them talk about the experience. Talk about how you got there and what went into making the wine.
While successful, Long is not immune to the years-long slump plaguing the wine industry. He says for now, it's a game of consistency and patience.
Black wine space, like any wine space right now, is a little challenging. So we just got to sort of tread water and get through this current and get to the other side.
For more information on longevity wines, just go to their website at longevitywines.com. Pesticide problems, Iran, and inflation, restaurants retrench, and here are the top stories for this month's Wine in a Minute. The makers of Roundup celebrated a major win in the Supreme Court. The justices ruled in a 7-2 vote that the company Bayer cannot be sued over state-level claims that its subsidiary Monsanto failed to warn of cancer risks from its weed killer Roundup in its chemical glyphosate. The ruling, backed by the Trump administration, was viewed as a betrayal to the Make America Healthy Again coalition, which backed Donald Trump. The U.S. inflation rate jumped to 4.1% in May, the highest since April of 2023. Analysts say the war in Iran is the biggest reason for the jump, which drove up gas prices. Still, consumers are spending at last year's rate, according to the latest reports, with goods and services spending rising 0.7%. Restaurant workers are facing a tougher job market this summer. For the third straight year, the expected number of jobs will fall. According to a report from the National Association of Restaurants, some 450,000 people will be hired over the summer, down from 469,000 last year. Association leaders say an uncertain economy is to blame for the weaker forecast. Finally, some holiday tips. It's a big birthday for the country. The wine will no doubt be flowing from coast to coast. And if you're trying to figure out where to start, you're in luck. As America prepares to celebrate its 250th birthday, wine lovers are preparing their wine lists for the party. From reds to whites to bubbles, the selections are vast. And wine educator Errol Thomas, founder of BeyondTheWines.com, says when it comes to the black wine space, the lists are getting longer and better all the time. So we went to him for his suggestions, starting with reds. And he says, start in Paso Robles.
For red wines, I would go with Indigene Cellars. Indigene, out of Paso Robles, they have a 2022 Petite Syrah. I believe it's outstanding. It's very versatile and it's very bold. And it has a long finish to it. So it can take you through, all of your bites of your food, whatever you're having that day. So that's one that I can put up there for 4th of July.
For white wines, this certified sommelier says, go to South Africa.
For white wine, one that we've actually discussed before, I would go with iBest, the white blend, right? Out of South Africa. Because again, that one's really versatile as well. So it has some Chardonnay and it has some Chenin Blanc. So they pair, magically together. It also has a long finish, a lot of acidity that can help you with a lot of different if you're having cheeses or any of the different foods that you have at 4th of July. And I think it would be good for non-wine drinkers as well. They would be able to enjoy that one. So a good introductory white wine.
If you like it pink, Thomas says there's a Southern California rosé you need to know.
Rosé, I would have to go with the Rosecrans Rosé by Generational Wealth Wines. That one, again, super versatile. It can pair with spicy food. It can pair with, simple snacks. And it's good for experienced wine drinkers and also, people that's just having their first time having some wine. So it can cover a lot of ground. So that's why I would suggest that for the 4th of July.
And of course, there will be bubbles. Thomas says South Africa is worth a second trip.
For bubbles, I would go back to South Africa. I would go with Aslina wines, the Method Cap Classique. It's 100% Chardonnay. It's very acidic. It's very smooth. It's very, smooth and round. And I've tried that with brunch. I've tried it with dinner. It works every time. And it's just as good as, some of our favorite champagnes. So I would definitely recommend that for the 4th of July.
To learn more about what Thomas does, just go to his website at beyondthewines.com. And that's going to do it for this episode of WineNewsNoir.com. Please remember to support our sponsors on our website. Again, thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing on YouTube. I'm Jay Jackson. Cheers.